Black people don't want to get rid of oppression because then they have nothing else left to talk about. And I know this is going to offend a lot of people, but I honestly don't care. I am sick. I did the debate on the Shade Room, and that's what they kept bringing up. The halftime show Kendrick Lamar did, that was his message to the culture. We're here. We're going to be unified. We're going to rebuild Black Wall Street. First of all, listen, if you cut black people a check, there's a book called From Here to Equality that was written by Dr. Sandy Darity, and I forget the other author's name. It was, done. It was compiled via several sources. A lot of research went into it, but it said that each person that is a descendant of slaves is owed around $250,000. I'm gonna tell you what most black people would do if you cut them a check in this country for 250 grand. They're not going out buying no property. Most of us, we're not going out buying property. We're gonna take that money and give that money right back to the same people that are so-called oppressing us still in 2025. We're gonna take most of that money and go right to Louis Vuitton, right to Gucci, right to Hermes, right to Ferragamo. We're going to all of these places that supposedly don't like us, because the mythology of oppression is so important to black identity that we have forgotten we are more than an oppressed class. I have never personally seen one black person in my lifetime cry over the injustice of slavery because their ancestors were enslaved. I have never seen any black person crying because their ancestors were slaves. I've seen them crying because they couldn't get damn Beyonce tickets over anything else. I've seen them crying because they wasn't first in line to get the newest Jordans before I've ever seen them cry about legitimate oppression in this country. And until we change that, until we really understand that we live now in the most free time in American history, the holding on to the slave mentality is going to continue to psychologically and financially hold us back. The Democratic Party, the left, banks on oppression being the oratorical method of choice. If I speak to you constantly about oppression, you will still believe you are oppressed, and you will still do what I need you to do every single election cycle. You will take your oppressed ass to the ballot box and look for me to give you a fish rather than teach you to fish. The Democratic Party relies on the oppression narrative. Break free from it and you will literally be out of the matrix. That's all you got to do, black people. All we have to do, keep our eyes fixated on that which matters. And somebody gonna say this is the tool of the slave master. That's a lie. They took this book from us. But hey, Jesus said many false Christs would arise. Jesus said, blessed are you when you're persecuted. Do you understand it though? As for me, I understand it now.